Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our 9 p.m. English News Edition. Here are the top stories. The Prime Minister participates in the World Food Forum and the Hand in Hand Investment Forum. For international news in the Middle East, closure of the Sharm el-Sheikh summit with the signing of the Declaration of Peace. The details now. The details now. Welcome to our newsroom. Djibouti in Rome. A high-level Djiboutian delegation led by the Prime Minister, His Excellency Mr. Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed, is currently in Rome to take part in the World Food Forum and the Hand-in-Hand Investment Forum, both held at the FAO headquarters. On the agenda, participation in the opening plenary session, during which the Prime Minister delivered a strong prayer in favor of the youth, involvement in agriculture, the strengthening of Djibouti's regional role, and its international visibility. This was followed by hand-in-hand investment session and several bilateral meetings focused on national priorities, food security, climate resilience, and social inclusion. On the sideline of the forum, the Prime Minister met with the Director General of the FAO, Mr. Dong Yu, to discuss a strategic investment plan aimed at supporting Djibouti's energy transition and agricultural resilience. Additionally, he held a bilateral exchange with the President of the Republic of Bangladesh, Professor Mohammed Yunus, on South-South cooperation and sharing experiences in inclusion, microfinance, and the social economy. Through this participation, the Republic of Djibouti reaffirms its commitment to sustainable food security, a resilient economy, and strengthened international solidarity. The delegation includes several high-ranking officials: Mohamed Ahmed Awale, Minister of Agriculture; Alufah Abdul Ismail, Minister of Solidarity and Social Affairs; His Excellency Idris Abdou, Ambassador and Permanent Representatives to the FAO, as well as several members of the Ministerial Cabinet. Followed by hand-in-hand investment session and several bilateral meetings focused on national priorities, food security, climate resilience, and social inclusion. In a keynote address delivered from the stage of the World Food Forum and the Hand-in-Hand Investment Forum, the Prime Minister, His Excellency Mr. Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed, presented an in-depth overview of Djibouti's national efforts to transform its agricultural landscape, eradicate hunger, and ensure long-term food security for its population. He outlined the government's strategic vision aimed at increasing agricultural productivity, improving access to water resources, and promoting sustainable farming practices adapted to the country's arid climate. The Prime Minister also stressed the critical role of youth empowerment, technological innovation, and inclusive economic development in achieving these objectives. Furthermore, he underscored the importance of regional cooperation and robust international partnerships, particularly within the framework of South-South cooperation, to build resilience against climate change, foster investment in rural infrastructure, and enhance the livelihoods of vulnerable communities. His intervention served as a call to action, inviting global stakeholders to support Djibouti's journey toward a greener, more resilient, and food security future. Health now under the high patronage of the Minister of Health, His Excellency Dr. Ahmed Roble Abdullah. The Republic of Djibouti celebrated World Mental Health Day, launching a week of awareness raising, prevention, and advocacy activities focused on psychological well-being. The official launch workshop was held at the Ministry of Health in the presence of numerous partners, including the World Health Organization, the International Organization for Migration, and UNICEF. Following the welcoming of guests, the session began with a presentation on the current state of mental health in Djibouti, delivered by the National Mental Health Program Coordinator and Dr. Ismail, a medical specialist. Discussions highlighted the progress made in recent years while also emphasizing the persistent challenges the country faces, namely the stigma surrounding mental health, the shortage of specialized resources, and the still limited integration of mental health services into primary healthcare structures.
know that Djibouti faces a significant mental health burden exacerbated by high stigma, fragmented services, critical gaps in the shortage of trained human resources, and we have a lot of vulnerable population, including refugees and immigrants who are a huge population of the people that the Ministry of Health treats. And so what are we planning to do? Hopefully, our strategic response is built on four key pillars. The first one is to strengthen the leadership and governance of mental health across the country.
And now, the representatives of the International Organization for Migration, IOM, highlighted the mental health of migrant and displaced populations remains a critical yet often overlooked dimension of humanitarian and development efforts. He underscored the psychological toll that forced displacement, instability, and precarious living conditions that can have on individuals and communities. Through its close partnership with the Ministry of Health, IOM is committed to strengthen the provision of mental health and psychological support service with a particular focus on reaching the most vulnerable, marginalized groups. And now the deputy representative of the World Health Organization, WHO, commended Djibouti's strong political will and commitment to advancing mental health. He stated that mental health is the fundamental pillar of global public health and emphasized that Djibouti is demonstrating a clear determination to place human well-being at the center of its national health agenda. This commitment reflects a broader vision of inclusive, people-centered healthcare in line with international standards and the Sustainable Development Goals. And finally, Dr. Ahmed Roble Abdillah, in his closing speech, the Minister of Health declared that mental health is not a luxury, it is fundamental right. It forms the invisible foundation of our individual and collective well-being. On this World Mental Health Day, I reaffirmed the government's commitment to making mental health a national priority, integrated at all levels of the healthcare system. The event concluded with a group photo and convivial gathering symbolizing unity and solidarity around this crucial cause. Now we go into Arta, where yesterday the region of Arta, where yesterday the Merjok Community Development Center was a setting for an emotional ceremony. 20 young women officially received their certificates, marking the completion of their tailoring training, along with professional equipment, including sewing machines. This project is the result of close collaboration between the Ministry of Youth and Culture, the UNFD, and the Arta Regional Council. It aims to promote the socio-economic integration of young women by providing them with the means to become autonomous and active agents of their own development. The ceremony was attended by numerous dignitaries, including the Minister of Youth and Culture, Dr. Hiba Mumin Asowe, accompanied by the Prefect of the Arta region, Mr. Hassan Adabali, the President of the Regional Council, and the Sub-Prefecture of the Merjog, as well as representatives from the UNFD, trainers, and supervisors. And now the Prefect of the region, Mr. Hassan Dabali, in his speech emphasized the importance of regional development, social cohesion, and the empowerment of local communities, particularly focusing on youth and women's active participation in the socio-economic advancement of the region of Arta. And now, Dr. Hiba Mumin Asowi highlighted the importance of women's empowerment. She emphasized that empowering women is essential for sustainable development, social cohesion, and the overall progress of society. The Minister Hibo called for continued effort to create opportunities that enable women and girls to fully participate in economic, cultural, and civic life. And now on October 13, Ruby's Energy Djibouti celebrated its 10th anniversary through a series of social and environmental initiatives. Highlights of the day included the inauguration of an inclusive classroom and a reading corner at the Sun Al Haya Association dedicated to supporting children with special needs. This initiative was praised by representatives from Ruby's Energy and local authorities as a strong example of civic engagement. The celebration continued at the Douda beach with the launch of the Ruby's Energy Djibouti Nursery. In partnership with the Sovereign Carbon Agency, this ecological project focuses on preserving coastal ecosystems and combating climate change. Officials also visited the Douda Protected Area, a natural site of significant ecological and touristic importance. Area, a natural site of significant ecological and touristic importance. And now, in an exclusive interview with RTD, Mr. Jean-Christian Bergeron, General Manager of Ruby's Energy, reaffirmed the company's commitment to sustainable educational, social, and environmental projects. He emphasized that Ruby's Energy strives to create a positive impact on the communities where it operates by investing in initiatives that promote long-term development and well-being. The general manager highlighted the company's dedication to corporate social responsibility as a core pillar of its mission, ensuring that economic activities go hand in hand with environmental stewardship and social progress. And now, as part of its effort to strengthen social and educational infrastructure, the Sovereign Carbon Agency officially inaugurated the new school canteen in Nagad this Tuesday. This project reflects a clear commitment to improving students' living conditions and ensuring equitable access to essential services for all pupils. The ceremony was attended by Mrs. Qoran, representative of Sovereign Carbon Agency, Mrs. Ilihan, director of Nagad School, Mr. Abdi Hassan, sub-prefecture of the 1st District, as well as representatives from the Secretary General of the Ministry of National Education and Vocational Training. All participants praised this promising initiative as a symbol of effective collaboration between public authorities and technical partners. The commissioning of this new canteen will allow students to benefit from balanced meals in a suitable environment, helping to reduce abstinence and promote better learning conditions. This project exemplifies a shared commitment to sustainably improving daily life in schools while strengthening community infrastructure through concrete partnerships. For the director of Nagad School, this new canteen represents a far more than just a physical infrastructure. She considers it a significant and tangible advancement towards enhancing the overall well-being and daily experience of the students. By providing a safe and welcoming space where children can enjoy nutritious meals, the canteen contributes not only to their health but also to their ability to focus and perform better academically. This development reflects the school's broader commitment to create an environment that supports both education and social needs of its pupils. The agency representatives emphasized the importance of this partnership in advancing education from the Sovereign Carbon Agency perspective. This official handover marks a step in a long-term commitment to supporting education development. She said that Mrs. Coran, she expressed that the agency views such collaboration as vital to fostering sustainable empowerment in school infrastructure and creating lasting positive impacts on communities. And now, since October 7th, the Coast Guard camp in Dorale has been hosting the very first maritime command post exercise of the ASF, the East African Standby Force, named Bahari Salama 1. This exercise brings together over 100 participants from the 10 member countries of the force, centered around a scenario simulating a major crisis in the waters of the fictional Republic of Karana. The objective is to strengthen interoperability among regional forces and enhance their response capacity to maritime security challenges. At its halfway point, the exercise is already showing promising results with smooth cooperation among participants. The officials' closing is scheduled for October 16th, including an evaluation of the outcomes. In the north now, in Tajura, a large-scale joint operation concluded by customs in collaboration with the National Army, the Army and police, resulted in the seizure and destruction of 10,192 kilograms of smuggled cat. The action was praised by regional authorities. The prefect of Tajura, Mr. Mohammed Hamid Abbas, congratulated all the mobilized forces, as did the Director General of Customs, Mr. Guled Ahmed Yusuf, who expressed his gratitude to the teams, particularly those led by Colonel Major Ali Shahim, for their professionalism and dedication. Now we're going to Ethiopia. Ethiopia Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed calls for urgent digital transformation at COMESA Summit in Nairobi. During the summit, Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed made a strong call for urgent digital transformation across the continent. He emphasized that technology is a crucial lever to stimulate growth, enhance inclusion, and build Africa's future. Ethiopia showcased this progress through the Digital Ethiopia 2030 program, which includes digital identity and the digitalization of public services. Abiy Ahmed advocated for an integrated regional digital infrastructure that promotes trade, innovation, and Pan-African cooperation. And for the international news, in Egypt, Sharm el-Sheikh summit concludes with signing of peace declaration by leaders of the United States, Egypt, Qatar, and Turkey.
The Sharm el-Sheikh Declaration affirmed the commitment to a comprehensive vision for peace in the Middle East. It also welcomed the establishment of comprehensive and lasting peace arrangement in the Gaza Strip. The Sharm el-Sheikh Declaration was signed during the Peace Summit by U.S. President Donald Trump, Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, Emir of Qatar Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad, and Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. The document signed in Sharm el-Sheikh call for tolerance, respect, and equal opportunity for every individual, while ensuring that regions became a place where everyone can aspire to peace, security, and economic prosperity, regardless of race, religion, or ethnic origin. The signatory of the declaration reaffirmed their commitment to achieving a comprehensive vision of peace, security, and shared prosperity in the region based on the principle of mutual respect and a common destiny.
On the sidelines of the summit, Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi urged Donald Trump to sponsor the international conference for the reconstruction of Gaza.
Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi called on his U.S. counterparts, Donald Trump, to support and sponsor the international conference on the reconstruction of Gaza Strip during their meeting on the sidelines of Sharm el-Sheikh Peace Summit. According to a statement from the Egyptian President, Abdel Fattah al-Sisi stressed the importance of the role of the United States as a key guarantor for peace and in the Middle East. He expressed the hope that Washington, under the leadership of Donald Trump, will play a leading role in the success of this international initiative. For his part, President Donald Trump affirmed his commitment in supporting the Egyptian initiative, stating that the United States will explore ways to contribute to the success of the international conference scheduled to take place in Cairo in the coming months.
And now, global scientific study warns of accelerating drought and freshwater resource depletion. The reports.
Global studies warns of accelerating drought and depletion of freshwater resources across the planet. Scientists warn of the alarming acceleration of drought worldwide, emphasizing that the planet is experiencing a continuing decline in its freshwater reservoirs, a trend strain that threaten the water and food security of billions of people in the coming decades, according to our recent studies based on data collected by a space mission between 2002 and 2024. Continents are drying out at the increasing rates the affected areas are, and each year over an area twice the size of California, or about 1 million square kilometers.
This is it for this 9 p.m. English News edition. Thank you for watching us. Stay tuned for more on RTD.